check-in for Wednesday. I don't know why. I just like to keep in touch, I guess. Anyway, I'm hoping everybody's well. I know there's a lot of crap going on out there right now that we're all trying to work through. And I'm hoping I get some good energy today. Because things have been pretty, I don't know. It seems like in the couples out there right now, there's one struggling, well, not really struggling with divinity because they are encapsulating it. And then the other one is just going plumb fucking crazy. That's been my experience so far dealing with people. So, and it really is hard when you take a balanced person, especially one that's just getting balanced, and put them with a struggling person. It's the difference between the healed and the non-healed. Now, non-healed people aren't exactly bad. I mean, they're not the best for people who are struggling with healing themselves. There's a word for that. It's called trauma bonding. No bueno. All right. Spirit, what do we got for today? How are my peeps out there doing? How are my divine peeps? Because I know sometimes we struggle with ourselves, we struggle with other people. There's some movement in the energy. People wanting to get into calmer waters, trying to see the things that they don't, to get a hold of their heartache. See, I have to talk about this Three of Swords, alright? This Three of Swords is one of the most powerful transformative cards in the deck. And as I was watching Steve's Tarot, I think he made me see this. I see these three swords as me, myself, and I. Alright? Heartache and pain is a mindset. Just like happy. Anyway. I am thinking there's a lot of things that we're not seeing. And our energy is coming from this secretive shit. Now, those two together means that we're fighting over what's not known. People are keeping secrets. People are keeping secrets because they think if they don't, then they won't be able to get the Ten of Pentacles. Which I would like people to stop thinking that they need to get the Ten of Pentacles, because the truth is you are the Ten of Pentacles. That's what I'm working for people to understand. You don't need anybody to bring you that 10th Pentacle. Alright? Somebody may be dealing with a fire sign. Somebody may be dealing with a very magical, beautiful person that has pride. Could be. Let's see. Now, I have two queens out here on the board. So, you want to make a bet that the female in this has Empress energy. Here's a mini Empress right here. The Minor Arcana Empress. What did I say about Empress energy? And here she is. Imagine that. You want me to put down the cards and do them without it? Because I can't. We kind of have a mama and a daughter here. If you want to look at it that way. This stress could be over. A mother and a daughter. In somebody's reality here. Or a parent and a child, because energy is energy, doesn't have a sex. That's another thing I'd like people to get over. You know, the energy is here of this, and we like to say, oh, this is masculine energy, and this is feminine energy, but guess what? We carry both. Somebody's trying to make a decision. And quite honestly, this decision could literally bring somebody out of the cold. How this situation is handled could literally bring somebody out of the cold. And by what I'm seeing here, somebody needs to come out of the cold. And it may be you. Hell, it's probably all of us. All of us need to come out of the cold from spirit. Because it seems like during these times is a time when we feel most disconnected from spirit. The overall energy here is, I don't care if you're seeing yourself as the divine equivalent or the divine acting badly equivalent, because we're all divine. We all have it in us. But what's going on here is basically we're robbing ourselves. Somebody's seeing that. Somebody's getting the message. We're robbing ourselves of the truth, of the happiness. Our controlling ways need to come to an end. We need to balance. We need to balance the consciousness of the physical with the consciousness of spirit. Alright? because the consciousness of the physical is what's causing this in and out energy, this in and out loyalty, this in and out. Yeah. What we're doing to spirit is directly relating to our life. So when we turn our back on spirit, guess what happens? Somebody turns their back on us. Somebody's lost their faith, but they're getting it back. And now that they're getting it back, and they're looking back, they're trying to balance. Because when you're unhealed, like we all are, we're all still working on it. I don't care how advanced you think you are, we're all still working on it. But these unhealed parts are kind of taking center stage right now. Because we need to move that shit out. No joke. Because this unhealed part, and I don't care how good you are. I don't care how good you are. If you have unhealed in you, it's coming out. And it's making people feel like shit. Because they don't know how to work with it. And the reason they don't know how to work with it is because they see their emotions as weak. Alright? It's not true. Your emotions are some of the strongest magic you have within you once you learn how to understand them and use them for what they're supposed to be and not something to be used and abused and misunderstood, which is where we're at as a society. Alright? As a whole, they've made it to where we've seen our emotions as weak because then that little kid, that truth in you, that little wounded child who actually has all the power in this manifestation, well, not all of it, all the eternal power in this manifestation. If you want something to last, it comes from that little child inside you. That little child inside you is the truth of you. Now, whether that child is wounded and being an absolutely demonic brat that's tearing up your life with all these unhealed wounds. Some people are like, this brat is throwing a shit fit, crazy making all over everybody around them. Very irresponsible co-creation. Causing all kinds of karma. And there's lots of people might be around this person that absolutely loves them because they're really a good person. They just have this little demon brat inside them throwing a fit. You know, their intents may always be good and fine. But they're working from the wrong place. Because everybody says, oh, it's the intention that's everything, but that's not true. It's why you have the intent. That's what we need to be focusing on. Because as long as we're thinking it's all in our brain, we're going to be manifesting what's in our brain. And what is in our brain, even our brain, is temporary. But that little child in you, that little child that's throwing that shit fit because you think it's so weak, fucking up your life, your child, right? Well, it's manifesting. Hi, Marley. That little child inside you, the intention, the actual reason behind your intent, that's the truth of the manifestation. That's the place we have to get to. We have to get away from and change our ideas and the way that we're thinking about emotion. Because it's not weak. It's one of the biggest, most beautiful tools that Spirit has given you. And we don't understand it. And that's sad. Now, we can manifest whatever from our mind and from our intent. And it may happen, but it won't last. Okay? Things here are temporary. Things here are eternal. So really, before you think, my intention is to say, I'm just going to throw an example out there. I want to heal the world. Well, first of all, you need to look at yourself, because healing the world isn't, that's not your job. That's kind of ego. But let's say we have that good intent. We want to help everybody. We want to. Why do you want to help everybody? What's the reason? And that right there is the truth of the manifestation. If you want to make it permanent. All right? Because your mind is a beautiful and powerful tool. But it works in the temporary realm. It's still physical. It's the consciousness of physical. It's a great interpreter, though. And it will talk you into all kinds of things. And you won't even know it. And you will learn. You will learn about those things you don't see. Because you'll have to heal from it. This is also about the shadow we don't see, about our ego. The star could be about our ego and how we see ourselves. It's putting us on the defensive. So there's a lot of layers going on here in the divine energy. And so many people are doing so good at like stripping these layers. I mean, like freaking champions, man. You guys don't even know how proud I am that people are taking on this challenge and being brave enough to look around the world and say, wait a minute, something needs to change here. And something does. And a lot of people are saying, well, where do you start? Where's the first domino? Go look in the mirror, baby. It's you. Anyway, we have been spending a lot of time in regrets. All right? As long as we are here, we cannot be here. Not consciously, anyway. We cannot consciously manifest. Because the shit, as long as we're here, that's what we're manifesting. So we need to pull out of this mindset. Because pain, happiness, a lot of things come from a mindset. It starts there. This starts there anyway. Happiness is actually natural to us, as it is a divine vibration. Mindset. Here we go. We're trapping ourselves here. Hi, Michael. We're trapping ourselves in this mindset of misunderstanding. And what we're misunderstanding is ourselves, our power, our abilities, our beauty. We're looking at things the wrong way sometimes. I'm guilty. But the good news is people are seeing new things. They're seeing it. They're seeing the programming. They're seeing how we've been programmed to destroy that divine connection within us. To not believe in that little child. And it's the most beautiful part of us. It's the most magical part of us. I see a lot of people making the choice to take a different road. Now, when I see the Two of Wands, all right, I kind of believe that, this is a card about being afraid. All right, we're out there on the road. We have enough courage to get out there. But here we are at this crossroad. Now, he's got a hold of this one wand in his hand. That's his wand. He's comfortable with it. He knows it. But he has the choice right now to take this wand of what he's always been doing and pick up a new one. Now, this is very trepidatious for some people to try and make these choices. But I will tell you this. You can't keep making the same choices and expecting different results. We have to do something different. We have to try something different. We have to quit being afraid of making mistakes. Otherwise, we're going to stay in the same cycle. This cycle. And I don't know about you, but I'm sick of that shit. I'm ready to move on. I think I want another deck here. Because I want to look at this magician. Looky there. I like this. This is a good sign. All right. This is the message about value. Something we value. Or an idea. Or an idea. You guys, a lot of people have some amazing ideas on how to help others through this. All right. And we need to share them. Oh, yes. We need to share these ideas. We need to work together. We need to come together. And we're different people, granted, because we are a unique expression of that divine connection, and we're that way for a reason. There's a plan. We're different for a reason, yeah. We all know this, but we never knew why, right? Even though we're all the same basic spirit inside, the consciousness of eternity. All right? We have the consciousness of eternity and we have the consciousness of the physical. Call it good, call it evil, call it whatever the fuck you want to. Here's the thing we have to deal with. If you're judging one as good and one as evil, honey, you're both. So you're fighting with yourself because you're considering yourself half evil. Now, where the confusion is coming in is we are attributing divine traits, which is a very high vibration. There's certain things that the divine doesn't deal with, that physical consciousness deals with. And your intuition is where these two come together. Yeah, because they speak totally different languages. They do. And we're not using that intuition because we've been told it's bullshit. And it's not. Our intuition is one of the greatest gifts the divine has given us. And we've been taught to ignore it. But we're getting messages. We're getting messages. There are so many divine readers out there trying to bring the messages. And right now, I think people feel disconnected. And I get that. There's a lot of shit going on. And I'm going to ask you now, when you feel disconnected, just please sit for a minute and realize that everything that's going on around you, this might be blocking this a little bit because we have too much in our brain. Brain kills the heart 100% of the time. Anyway, together, we will have the strength to come through this. Oh my God. We will find our way. We're going to do it, baby. Those two came out right together. I can't make that up. Okay, we're out there looking for happiness in other people. I'm not here about other people. I'm here about you. I don't care what your partner's doing. I care about you. Because the more that we strengthen ourselves, the more this truth is going to come out. The more balance we're going to get. More eternal balance. Do you see that eternal symbol there? Around those pentacles. We're going to find balance and value. Now, and we're going to decide, who and what is deserving of that time. See all those hands in the background standing up? And he's kind of like, I'm sitting here balancing. Fuck y'all. Leave me alone. Stay back there. You're trying to throw me off. I can't sit here and juggle if you got your hands in my shit. Understand? This is actually good. Truth is coming. Yes, princess, you may. Truth is coming. And the truth will set us free. And guess what? We're all going to find it together. Because ain't none of us there. Ain't none of us there yet. Alright, princess, let me see what I got for you. I really didn't get on to do personal readings this morning. I just wanted to do a check-in. Throw a little support out there. Let you guys know that with the energies the way they are, I am so proud of what I'm seeing. I am so proud of, like, a lot of the tarot community. A lot of people only come on here when they're having heartache. And I'd like to see that change. Even though we may not be in the same place, people of the same soul can still support and feel each other. And I think we need that kind of community right now. We need those leg ups. We need those attaboys. We need those it's okay to cry. We need those it's okay to make mistakes. It's what we do with them that counts. Alright, princess. Let me see what I got for you. I'll pull a couple cards. Oh, shit. Well, I just looked at a past. You've been hanging around the wrong kind of people. Cupcake. That's old Swordsy there. That's what Mike calls him. I love Rambling Mike. He's awesome. That's old Swordsy there. That's in your past. That's the good news. Now, I look at Swordsy and I say, you know what? We're robbing ourselves of something here. But whatever it is you robbed yourself of, whether it's, success or whatever mindset this dude is in there trying to push on you, or, those are all swords of consciousness. And usually when this one shows up, it's like, okay, somebody's trying to put picks in your brain. Fuck that dude. We don't want him. Now, in the present, princess, you got some enlightening going on, don't you? Probably about old Swordsy here. Coming into some new mindsets on how not to let this guy in. And in the future, baby, it's all about you. That is the mini Empress right there. Mini Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in the Minor Arcana. Empress in the Minor Arcana. Whatever you want to call it. This is the self-assured, reliable, little magic maker right here. Single, usually. Or single-minded in she knows she has everything she needs and she could do it on her own. This is a catch, princess. You're a freaking catch, okay? That's what I see in your future. I'm gonna look at old Swordsy here because I don't feel like old Swordsy's too far in the past. Princess got real with somebody. And now that somebody's back, it looks like. If you're dealing with somebody from your past, or even a new person, and that's what you're here about, Princess, dude, your ship's coming in. That's all I gotta say about that. Old Swordsy here made a change. It happened. We have to allow people the ability and the opportunity to grow. And then when they do, we have to recognize it. It does not mean because we recognize it, because we give them room, that we have to go rushing back into something. Make informed decisions. Just because people have changed and maybe come into some enlightenment doesn't mean they're already fully healed, okay? We're all at different stages and we all need to work or learn to work in co-creation with other people's traumas. And we have to give them space to heal. As well as we need space to heal. My advice, personally, would be to heal yourself before you worry about going into a union with somebody else. Because as long as we have those unhealed parts, then we're looking to somebody to fix something. And that makes us a burden. We have to find those unhealed parts because let me tell you what. We may think we have it figured out. We may think we have it under control. We may think this. We may think that. That's your ego talking. If you have not dealt with it, if you have not gotten to the ooey gooey inner parts of that pain, then you're fibbing to yourself. If you have not had that dark night as a soul, chances are you're still hanging on to something. There's still things. This came up twice. You just saw me shuffle that. And these two cards came out again. That dark part, that unhealed part of us, wants to win at all cost. It wants to protect itself at all cost. This is not a divine vibration. No. This puts us in a certain kind of energy. Because some people, when they bring this to you, you don't know how determined they are to win at all costs. So that's one of my caution cards. And a lot of this has to do with you destroying yourself or allowing what you're not seeing to wreak havoc. Constantly making you afraid to move. I'm getting the message clear, you guys, that, if we want to stay in this energy, if we want to stay and wax poetic in the past, if we want to keep doing what we're doing and hope for different results. And we're happy with this Three of Swords. Unfulfilled, unrequited, un. Then go ahead. Keep doing what you're doing. But if we want to start working on a fulfilled life, we have to face those shadows. We have to look at what we don't want to look at. What's causing the karma in your life? What's causing that pain? What part of you is letting it in? What part of you do you not see as the absolutely fucking beautiful thing that it is? Because that's the part that's letting it in, babe. Hang on, I need to refresh this. I'm not seeing anything come up. Because that's the part that's letting it in. And we need to listen to it. Because we need to bring that spirit out of the cold. This is spirit. This is what we're doing to spirit. We're locking it away. We're listening to our brains, not our hearts and souls. We're trying to navigate in the world as it's designed instead of helping design it. We're giving that power away to other people through mindsets. It's time to take that power back, sweethearts. And that's exactly what we're doing. All right? And we can do this together. You guys are amazing. I'm going to end there. I don't know what's going on with chat, but I can't see the chat. All right, princess. I'm not sure what's going on here. I lost chat. You guys, you're doing a great job. You really are. Spirit sees you reaching. Spirit sees you trying. Spirit sees you looking for answers. And as long as you're asking the right questions, you'll make progress. All right, I'm going to end with this. It's time. You guys know that when I see this Two of Cups, that's about you and Spirit. That's about the union between you and Spirit. And when that happens, and you understand it for what it is, and understand you are worthy, those shifts will forever come in. I love you guys. Hang in there. You're doing amazing. You're wonderful. And every day on your affirmations, I am amazing. That's what I want to see. I am amazing every day because you are. You're a little piece of spirit. You're a little piece of the divine. Quit fighting with yourself. All right? I love you. Have a beautiful day. Blessed be blessed. Namaste.